Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Louis Sports Network. Third straight video in the building. We are going to get right into it. So, Mr. Draymond Donkey Green, who loves to just open his mouth and trash the 80s and 90s and players of the past because of the whole, when he talks on his podcast or just doing interviews in general, disrespecting the past legends. You know, he said he could average 20 and 10 in his sleep. And I remember he made those comments when Curry and Clay were out injured, but he would always like to sit out games knowing that he can't take on that responsibility because he's not that kind of player, and he never has been 20 and 10. Mr. Triple Single is at it again. At the height that you decide to call out Kenyon Martin because Kenyon Martin called you a fake tough guy and you want to go ahead and disrespect Kenyon Martin's career, what did you proceed to do, Draymond? In 31 minutes of action, you decided to score a whopping 2 points. A whopping 2 points in 31 minutes, and you went 0 for 9 from the field in your first game of the season without good old Wardell Stephen Curry. But you can average 20 and 10 in your sleep, right? That's what you said? You're just nothing but a talking head who loves to praise LeBron. You love LeBron more than Savannah loves LeBron just from listening the way you talk. You are such a LeBron fanboy that it's not even funny. I mean, the stuff that you just, the stuff that just comes out of your mouth. Calling yourself the greatest defensive player of all time when you get away with a lot of shenanigans. Like, there's some things that you could do that are actually good, but let's just honestly really face it. If it isn't for Steph, who are you? You love LeBron more than you love Steph. And if it wasn't for Steph, you wouldn't look as good as you look, despite the fact that you are the utility guy of the Warriors, the guy who can make plays by passing, putting the ball on the floor, playing good, solid defense. But you're supposed to be this elite rebounder, but you've never averaged 10 rebounds at any point in your career in a season. This man Draymond is such a fool, y'all. It's just crazy. Don't get me wrong. He's definitely helped the Warriors win championships, but you're not you've made all-star teams, but you're not an all-star to me. You're not. And trust me, if Draymond Green makes it to the Hall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen, if he does, then Sean Bradley got to get in. If Draymond Green makes the Hall of Fame, Sean Bradley got to get in. He got to get in. Clarence Weatherspoon got to get into the Hall of Fame. Marcus Camby's got to get into the Hall of Fame. Eric Dampier needs to get into the Hall of Fame. Scott Pollard definitely needs to get into the Hall of Fame. Michael Doliak needs to get into the Hall of Fame. Who am I missing? If Draymond Green gets in, Udonis Haslem needs to get into the Hall of Fame. That's how much the standard of the Hall of Fame has gone down. Because, Tristan Thompson needs to get into the Hall of Fame. If Draymond Green's going to get in there. That's how much the standard has been lowered when it comes to quote-unquote greatness. When it comes to Draymond Green. He just loves to run his mouth, but can never back up what his mouth is spewing. In other words, you are pretty much how do I say it? Writing checks that your ass can't cash. My apologies for cursing, but I said writing, excuse me, writing checks that his ass can't cash. But that's what Draymond Green is doing. He's just a motor mouth. He just runs his mouth and can never really back up his talk. And then he makes excuses. But such a mama's boy too, because his mom defends his behavior. But wouldn't expect anything less from her because she hasn't been held accountable for her behavior. And Draymond doesn't love to get criticized. He doesn't like to get criticized. He doesn't love it. Since you wanted to make this personal with Kenyon Martin for no reason. Because, like he said, you are a fake tough guy. You pick and choose who to fight. And you're not even really a fighter like that. It's just, again, you pick and choose who you run your mouth to. But there's just certain guys that you are not going to show smoke to, Draymond. And it's the truth. I don't care what you've accomplished in your career. The Warriors have let you get away with your behavior. Steve Kerr has let you get away with your behavior. Hell, even Steph Curry has allowed you to get away with your behavior because if Steph was another one, he would have shut Draymond down. Because like I said before, Draymond loves LeBron more than he loves his teammate Steph, who he's played with his entire career. Draymond just loves to hear himself talk. He talks too damn much. He's ridiculous. Oh man, did you see the shot? Did you see the shots Draymond was missing? That man was on fire, man. Kept missing. 0 of 9 from the field in 31 minutes. 2 points. 2 mother freaking points. Because, 2 points is 2 points, but in 31 minutes, 2 points. Oh, man, Kenyon got you in your emotional feelings, and you just proceed to go 0 for 9 from the field in your first game without Steph Curry. So funny. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, there's your boy Louis with another one. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about Draymond Green and his motor mouth yet again getting him in trouble because he just can't back it up because he's never been that kind of player. If Draymond gets into the Hall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, those other players that I've named, Francisco Elson needs to get into the Hall of Fame. Boris Diaw needs to get into the Hall of Fame. Fabricio Oberto needs to get into the Hall of Fame. Malik Rose needs to get into the Hall of Fame. Just a few to name. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Bless up, live, laugh, love. Thank you guys for watching.